All right, final match. We're on the play. This is a much better hand than we had in our last match. So we can start it off with a transgress. See what we're dealing with, of course. Loam Dryad. All right. This looks like a brew as well. Nissa. Okay, it looks like a bunch of elves. Which is not too worrisome. Although this isn't an elf. Guess we can play the Sunken Hollow. Still get to anticipate. Can play a Languish if we have to. Opponent may play around it, although we can get pecked for a couple damage, I imagine, for a turn or two more while we find something. Alright, well, that's enough for me. Alright, let's take the Grasp. So we'll Languish. Pass. We can still grasp the... Advocate. Two Advocates. Certainly better than one. Alright. Let's take care of one now. Ooh. Yeah, we get to do that now, too. Let's do it. So I guess we'll bounce Vista, kill this guy. Huh. Nobody expects the Eerie Interlude. Guess that's a way to play around Languish. So I can get 5 zombies. Let's pieces first. Seems much better. Alright. Read the bones, scatter to the winds, anticipate. So we could just take the read the bones. That gives us 2 more zombies next turn. Which might just be better. Would I prefer a zombie or a spell, though? I probably prefer a spell. Sylvan Advocate's going to be a big boy or girl. I don't know what it is. Boy. I assume boy. Let's take these two. Play the land. Read some bones. We're going to get smacked for quite a bit here, but... Right, bottom that. Bottom that. All the Rhizomatides. So I can Dark Petition first. Might just want to get the Advocate off the board, huh? Let's do that. Problem is, I'm 1 mana short of Petition plus Scatter to the Winds, aren't I? Maybe I do want to just Rise now, then? Especially if he has Interlude in his deck. Alright. Let's just bust a Rise. I think we're going to have to survive a turn here. Ah, there it is. Declaration. One card left in our opponent's hand. So, well, this actually works. Well, it doesn't work like I want it to, does it? Because I can Dark Petition for Languish, right? So I'll have 5 mana left after Dark Petition. That's only enough to Silumgar's Command. So I think I have to Dark Petition for... Alright. Not exactly what I want to do here. But I think it's a necessary evil here. So let's take our... I guess I can actually take Ultimate Price, huh? And then I can still... I can still read the bones, but then I'm dead. Well, I guess we can make better use of mana then. Let's bounce the Advocate and kill the Dryad. Last card was Eerie Interlude, number 2. Wow. Pretty awesome for my opponent. Pretty bad for me. Opponent just went off on us there. All right. Opponent had the good stuff at the right time, and it was their last card. Pretty brutal. Still very much seems like a winnable match. Very, very much a winnable match. So let's try and win it, shall we? What do we want? More Ruinous Paths? Probably. Guess Flaying Tendrils looks good too. All the board wipes. And Transgress doesn't seem great, so let's swap those for... We can do Duresses, we can do Negates too. That way we can stop the Eerie Interlude. We're on the play, so maybe I keep the Clashes, but then again, maybe not. This counters creatures. Silumgar's Command doesn't seem great. It's okay. He's probably got Planeswalkers out of sideboard, so we'll keep it in. Let's bring in the Negates, though. With Eerie Interlude and Declaration, I think it's probably a good idea. Because, I mean, we have Negate and Duress, but Negate, I think, seems better. I'd rather him cast the spell and me counter it. I could hit Obliteration for the Advocate, because that is, like, the only problem creature that I can think of. Let's dump the Clash of Wills. I'd rather have Negate. And I guess we can maybe lose a couple Anticipates. It's a fairly easy cut. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, we'll keep this. A little bit slow, but I think this hand's fine. Well, opponent mulled to 5, so that's helpful. I think we're going to play the network next turn because we probably just want to anticipate. Or we want to transgress. Let's do that instead. What are we dealing with? Collected Company, Declaration in Stone, Advocate, Dwynen's Elite. Sure. Choked Estuary's hurting us a little bit there, but I guess I didn't have to transgress on turn 2. It's not like we took a turn off, I guess, because we're still going to be able to anticipate. So our opponent's got the other elf in hand. Dwynen's Elite. And we got rid of the Collected Company. What was the other card we saw? Did I forget already? I did. Declaration in Stone. How could I forget? Pretty important card. So let's anticipate for a land here. Well, I don't really want another estuary. I don't really want another network, but I guess we can take the estuary because I'm going to just presumably read the bones. Although if I take the network, we could potentially top deck a Languish. I think I'm still going to take the... Well, let's take the network. There's a chance. Alright. Let's pieces. Although, I guess read now, because it doesn't let him know about Languish. If we got it or not. Otherwise, I can just grasp now. That might actually be best. Prevents the most damage. And I guess we still get to use our majoring network. Not for super profit at all, but... Silumgar's Command, okay. So we can read some bones now. Guess I'm okay with that. Or we might want to pieces and get ready for... It doesn't get us a land, though, which I guess we're going to be needing, right? Read the Bones could get us a land. All right, let's do the Read the Bones. And I think we are going to top a land. Not exactly the land I'm looking for. Go bottom Anticipate and top the Sunken Hollow. All right, so we did get a land. Let's play the... I guess the Estuary untapped because I want to be able to use Majoring Network here. So we know one of our opponent's cards is Declaration in Stone. There is a languish. I can pieces plus languish. Maybe I just want to do that. I have to bust this, but I think it's probably worth it. It's pieces first. See what we come up with. All the good stuff. All right. Let's take another languish. Let's take an ultimate price. And let's cast languish. So if we can rise plus leave up an ultimate price, we can play around the declaration in stone, which also seems good. So it's pass. Gotta just play it patient. Guess we could Ruinous Path. So this way we get a threat that he can declaration, I guess. But it prevents us from having to ultimate price our own zombie, right? Displacer, so that will deal with our land, but all right. So while he's tapped down, we can Silumgar's command, or we can just petition, or we can ultimate price, or we can languish. A lot of options. Guess we want to just kill this now. All right, do we have enough mana yet to Dark Petition plus ultimate price? So we can Dark Petition. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So yes, we should be able to Dark Petition, and then for 8 of our 10, be able to Dark Petition into Rise from the Tides, play it, and ultimate price. Okay. Unless I did my math wrong, but I don't think I did. So let's get our Rise. Let's play Rise. Get a wealth of dudes and pass. And we just have to ultimate price our own zombie. All right. So we beat them all to 5, but I will say not in a fantastic way. Do I want the grip for the stupid... I don't like Clash on the draw. It seems pretty weak. So let's cut that. Wait, did we not... Did it screw up our sideboard again? Someone's got to explain what's going on. This definitely screwed up my sideboard again. And that's alarming, to say the least. I have no idea why it's doing that, and that is the second time it's done that. If it ever did that in a tournament where it actually mattered, I would be really upset about that. So if someone wants to explain what I'm doing wrong with why it's not sideboarding my cards when I say to sideboard them, that would be fantastic. Because like I said, I'm getting very concerned about that. So let's bring in the negates. And what did we cut last time? Now I forgot. I have grip now, which is probably overpriced, actually, I guess. It's a way to deal with Advocate, but so what? Are the commands good enough? They're really not great. I assumed he had Planeswalkers and he still could, but I think I'm going to cut the commands. Alright, see if it hopefully accepts my deck this time. But yeah, if anybody knows what's up with that, what could possibly be happening where it's not accepting my sideboard after I click submit, because it's still going to the screen. I clearly have time ticking down on the sideboard clock, so it's alarming. It is alarming. I think I'm going to keep this again. I want to see if 5 lands can actually do something. Because like I said, we were close. We have 2 pretty solid removal spells here too. 3 solid removal spells. Alright, he's keeping a 1-lander, which is good news. I mean, I guess we can tendrils, right? Why not? No, we're not in a rush. It's pieces. We'll get a crush and an ultimate price. And we have to discard. All right. So let's flaying tendrils now. All right. So we're going to pieces. Anticipate and void shatter. Let's grasp now. Somehow we ended up with keeping a 5-lander into now we need lands. Who expected that? Let's anticipate. Well, I guess we want to leave up void shatter, don't we? So I guess we're going to anticipate on our opponent's turn. Or void shatter, depending on what our opponent does. Or grasp, or ultimate price. We've got all sorts of various luxuries we can do here. Nissa, which lets him get another land, but I think I'm just going to allow that. Because I'd rather grasp it. And still anticipate. We actually want land here, so guess we'll take the estuary. We don't need it to be untapped yet. All right. All right, let's anticipate. There's our rise from the tide, so let's take that now. So we're up to 7 mana, still not quite enough, so let's just continue hanging out. Certainly not in a rush. Is it Archangel Avacyn? Okay, so we're just gonna ultimate price her with her trigger on the stack. Want to save the counter for something spicier. That's got to be a Den Protector, so we're going to counter that. We can rise, he can Declaration, and we rise again, which isn't bad. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. So now I think we can just kill a dude, right? And then he's only got 2 blockers, so he takes... I guess he doesn't take lethal. Well... No. Well, that's alright. I guess we just swing. No need to play anything, I guess. He obviously didn't have Declaration. Big ol' Advocate and a Visionary. All right, so he gets another opportunity to get that Declaration. All right, looks like they did not find it. So we got there this time. Opponent did have to mulligan quite a few times, but this time was... So we kind of saw best of both worlds with the 5-land keep, didn't we? In this game, all 5 lands in our opener were the only lands we saw for a while. So we were just ripping spells, which was good. And then the other time, we did get a little bit flooded. So still up in the air on how great this deck is. We're finding out. Please comment and let me know what you thought of this version versus the blue-red version. I can tell you, piloting it, I like this. I do like this deck. I'm trying to optimize it. I think it's in some definite need of being optimized. Exactly how to do that, I'm not sure. It does feel like ultimate price. If Advocate and Archangel Avacyn are big time, maybe ultimate price is just going to be better. dealing with Advocate. Den Protector is always going to be a big deal because they can just reoccur threats. Like Den Protector just can go off. So it's not easy yet, and to be honest, I don't know how I feel about Read the Bones. Like losing 2 life is an actual big deal. I'm trying to think if I want to be more counter heavy, but it's hard to be counter and discard at the same time too. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts on this deck, what you think, any suggestions you have, and I'll be happy to consider them. So hope you enjoyed this little test run. We'll be back with more of it soon.